Hi, this is Module 2, Lesson 9, the practice problems. We're going to go over some of these to help you understand kind of what they're asking for it. So here for number 1 through 3, we're writing these in y equals mx plus b form. So what you're going to do is every time you give an m value, you're going to substitute that in for m, and if they give you a b value, you substitute it in for b. So y equals, the m value they give us is -7, x, m and x go next to each other, plus we have a 4. So that's it for that one. 2, y equals, our m in this case is 3/8, so it's going to be 3/8 x. And then since it's plus b, and b is a -3, I'm just going to go ahead and put -3, because plus a negative is the same thing as minus. And the last one, y equals, m is 16, x, and again, a minus 1/5. So it's plus my -1/5. And those are done. So these next ones, we're going to write these in point slope form, which point slope form, this is basically my x1 value, and this is my y1 value. So when I'm substituting, I'm going to substitute for the x1 and the y1, and m stays the same. So same idea, y equals, m is 9, but I want to do parentheses, x minus, and in this case it's 0, and then it's plus y1, which in this case is a plus -7, so -7. Then we're done. Here, same idea. Y equals 2/3 is my n, my m, parentheses x. Well, x minus a -6 is really a plus 6, and then plus my y, which is a plus 1. All right, next one, y equals -5 is my m, x minus 4, because that's my x value, plus my y value, 11. Since both of those were positive, I could just plug them straight in. Now this next one, we need to find a slope first. So they didn't give us m, they just gave us 2 points. So first I need to find my slope. Actually, I'm going to erase that second one and do it like this. We remember the y's go on top, the x's go on bottom. So 10 minus -5 over, this is my m equals, -3 minus 2. So minus a negative is plus a positive. 15 over, getting farther into the negatives, -5. So -3 is my m. So now when I write my equation, y equals m, -3, parentheses x. Now it doesn't really matter which point I use, so I'm just going to do this first one each time. X minus 2 minus 5. I could also put the other point and do x minus a -3, which is plus 3, plus 10. Either one of those works. Okay, let's try the next one, slope. So we're going to subtract the y's and subtract the x's. So m equals 0 minus -9 over 3 minus 0. Well, that gives us a 9 over 3, which is a positive 3 this time. So when I go to write my equations, y equals 3, parentheses, x, minus 0, doing this first point, minus 9. Could also use the other one, 3 parentheses, x minus 3 plus 0, or I wouldn't even have to put that plus 0. All right, last one. Need to subtract. Subtract to get our slope. M equals 1 minus 8 over 3 minus -4. So that gives me a -7 over minus a negative is plus a positive. 7, which equals -1. So when I go to write my equation, y equals -1. X, if I use the first point, minus a -4 is +4 plus 8. Or y equals -1, x minus 3 plus 1. Okay, so that's how you go to do those two different formats. Those are the ones we're really focusing on in these last two lessons of this unit, and the difference between them. Okay, so from here, graphing linear and exponential functions. Make a graph of the function based on the following information. Add your axes, choose an appropriate scale, and label your graph. Then write the equation of the function. So let's start with the equation. In the beginning, value is 5, and its value is 3 units smaller at each stage. So y equals, my beginning value is 5, and if it's getting 3 smaller, that's a -3 repeatedly each stage. So it's constantly doing a -3. So that's my repeat. So I know that when I do my axes, I'm just going to go right here and draw it in. It's like they're mostly positive. And so again, 1, 2, 3, 4, here's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, here's 5. And so my beginning point is 5. Let's do a purple for this. My beginning point is 5, and I'm going down 3 every time I go over 1. My slope is 1, 2, 3, 1. So therefore, I've got my crossing here. All right, next. Let's go this equation. Beginning value is 16, 1/4 smaller at each stage. Well, if it's a fourth, that means it's a multiply, because a fourth of the original. So that's 16. And if it's smaller, it's times 1/4 to the x. Our exponent is on the fourth. So this one is going to be pretty high up here. So I'm going to give me as much room as possible on here. And so I'm going to actually count by twos, I believe. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 12, 14. Here's 16 on this side. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. Okay, so I know I start with 16. And 16 times a fourth would put me at 4, 2, 4. And 4 squared would be 1/16. So that would actually put me down here at 1 the next time. And so I'm going to be going down like this and getting really close to 0, but not quite getting there. So that one's graphed that way. Number 12, we have the beginning value is 1, and it is 10 times as big at each stage. So 10 times, that means geometric. Y equals 1, and 10 times each one is going to be the exponent in there. So again, we're going to have it get really big really fast. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it kind of right in the middle here, and we're going to give us a lot of space on top. And we probably should go up by tens in this case. So 10, 20, 30, 40, here's 50, 60, 70, 80, here's 90. We're not even going to get up to 100 on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess I should have gone down one more. Actually, let's do that. Let's go ahead and drop this down one more so that I can fit 100 on here. We're going to make this down here. And 10, 20, 30, 40. Here's 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this guy. Always good to label your axes so we know what we're doing. Okay, next. 10 to the 0 is 1, so it's going to be 1, 1. Oh, undo my first dot because that is not correct. It's going to be way down here at 1. And then 10 to the first is 10. 10 to the second is 100. So look at that. We've already hit clear to the top as we're going on that one. And our last one. The beginning value is -8. The value is 2 units larger at each stage. So y equals -8. And if it's larger, we're going to add those 2 units that are repeating each time. So I'm going to draw mine a little more evenly this time, since we've got some negatives involved. And let's go ahead and count by 2's on the y's. Let me grab my, so 2, 4, 6, 8 will be up here. 2, 4, 6, -8 will be down here. And we'll do 1's on the x's. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 5. So we're going to start at -8. And it's increasing by 2 each time we go over. Remember, we're counting by 2's. So we're going to just go 2 up and 1 over. All right. So that's just kind of putting together everything we've done so far, throwing in the graphs as well. Here is a review piece. I'm just going to do 1, 2 to show you what's going on. Otherwise, these would be on your own. So for here, what you're doing is basically simplifying the right side of the graph of this equation to get it to match x equals -5. So I'm just going to put an equals. 5x is already simplified. -7 is already simplified. Plus, let's distribute. 2 times 3 is 6x. 2 times 1 is 3, so plus 3 minus 10x. If I take all of my x's, 5x, 6x, minus 10x, 5 plus 6 is 11, minus 10 is x. And then I'm going to take all of my numbers. -7 plus 3 would be a, oh, not 3, it's a 2. That would be a 2. 2 times 1 is 2. So -7 plus 2 is -5. Notice this number matches this number. So that's what you're doing on these. I'll do one more. Over here, let's do equals 24 minus 10 times 2 is 20x minus 10 times 8 is 80 plus 62 plus 7x. All right, let's start with our, well, here they started with the number, so let's start with the number. So 24 minus 80 plus 62. Well, I'm going to do 24 plus 62 is 86. 86 minus 80 leaves us just 6. And negative 20x plus 7x would give me a negative 13x. And I have just shown these two are equal. So I'll let you do the last couple on your own. And then number 20, write an expression that equals x minus 13. It must have at least 2 sets of parentheses and 1 minus sign. Verify it's equal to x negative minus 13. So you're basically doing something like one of these up here on your own down here. So give it a go, see how it works, and that's it for the practice problems of lesson 9. Thanks for joining us. Bye.